So let me just start off the video with a very short disclaimer, just so if people click off the video right away, they hear the big message of this video, and it is that Doordash themselves, Doordash support, anybody associated with Doordash will never ask you for your password over the phone. They're never going to ask you for your password over email, through text message. They're never going to send you a link to anything to fill out your password, your information. If they need you to change your password for any reason, it's going to be confidentially within the app. It's not going to be on any website. It's going to be within the app, the Dasher app. But the chances of this are also extremely unlikely and not probable. So listen, I get it. You're probably already clicking off the video because that's common sense. And for a lot of people, that is common sense, but for a lot of other people, it's not. The age demographic that watches my channel is 25 to 34. So I'd like to think that most of you are pretty tech savvy and, would be aware of something like this, but not everybody is. And if I could possibly just save one person who's watching my video right now from falling for a stupid scam like this from these idiots who are running it, then I absolutely will do this. So not super funny video, just more of an informative video on something that I've seen come up more and more in the community. Listen, I'm 20 years old and I'd like to think that I'm not going to fall for like this, but things happen. You might be tired towards the end of your shift. Unfortunately, that's probably what these people are waiting for. So if they try it 99 times and one time it works, that's good for them, unfortunately. So that's just how it works. So I'm going to be looking at my phone here because I have the specific post that I want to go ahead and talk about. And of course, I'm going to blur the person's name out because I'm not here to make fun of them. I'm not here to talk down on them or call them stupid for falling for this, but there are a lot of red flags that I want to go over. So I'm just going to go ahead and read the post and then we'll go over it. I just got scammed. Please, guys, beware. I had no idea this was a thing at first, but after looking in the group, I know that I was not the first one. I received an order for one McDonald's cookie and I found it very weird, but did it anyways. And on my way to the customer, I got a call from this guy saying he was with Doordash and he needed me to update my account because the customer used a stolen card. I believed it and clicked on the link he sent to my phone. He said for me to throw the order away and to change my password through the link that he sent me. I said, okay. Today I didn't get paid as I usually do on Mondays, so I went on my Doordash account and found that my banking info was changed to a Wells Fargo for direct deposit, and I've never used that bank. I called Doordash right away and they updated my banking info, but I'm not even sure if I'll get paid for this week since it might be too late. I updated my banking this morning and I'm really hoping it kicks my account, but might have already been deposited to the scammer. I know I was very stupid for doing it, but it was 11 p.m. after working a 14-hour day and I was tired and didn't really think. So that's really unfortunate because if he says he's worked a 14-hour day and it possibly took his earnings for the whole week, who knows how much money that was, really. That could have been several hundred, that could have been over 1,000. Who knows how much that was? But I'm going to break down sort of section by section. Again, not to belittle the person that this happened to, but sort of just to, throw out red flags that scream in my face that this is a scam right away. So if we go, the very first red flag here, he said, I received an order for one McDonald's cookie. So just one cookie, which isn't that weird. I've seen people in the subreddit say that they've just delivered one sauce packet or a whole bunch of Taco Bell sauce, and it's like, that happens once in a blue moon, so nothing too crazy, but they order a cookie and they get a call that the customer used a stolen card and that they somehow need to change their account. So if a customer uses a stolen card or a customer has a card decline or any sort of weird interaction, which is very unlikely, but any sort of thing that happens like that with a customer where they can't pay for the meal, in this case a cookie, which in itself is a red flag that a stolen card couldn't pay for a cookie. But anyways, but if somebody really did use a stolen card, it would not go through the driver. That would be completely an issue on the Doordash side. They would likely cancel the order and figure it out with the customer. The driver doesn't have any really say in how that works and how the customer pays. That to me is a huge red flag. And again, if someone really had a stolen card, wouldn't it be like $100 worth of the most luxurious place in town? Why would you just order a fucking cookie? That just really doesn't make sense to me. If I just stole someone's card and I'm ready to go and eat big before I have my night at jail, I'm gonna eat fucking filet mignon. I'm not really a fan of answering the phone while I'm driving unless I'm expecting a phone call. I see it as sort of the customer places the order. If they give me special instructions about, if they have a kind of a hard place to find or any special drop-off instructions, they'll leave that in the app. There's really no need for them to call, and I'm just not a fan of distracted driving. I don't really like answering the phone while I'm driving because I can't see my GPS. And quite honestly, anything that they can tell me over the phone, they can tell me by texting me. So I don't see see a point of it. But if I were to be the one to answer the phone, you can see the number that's coming through. If Doordash calls you, it'll either say private or it'll actually say Doordash. Mine says Doordash, Kayla's says private number. And if it's from a customer, it'll say some random number that you probably have no idea what it is. So if I see a random number calling, likely I know that's the customer. So if everything goes well for the scammer, the customer calls and says that the customer, which is themselves, used a stolen card and you believe it, they're basically going to text you a link. And I have not seen this link. I really don't want to click on this link if they were to even find that and share it, but I can just take a wild guess and say that it's probably a phishing link. Basically, a bunch of scammers who sit on their ass all day and have nothing better to do with their life will make an account, will make a website that looks like DoorDash. The only difference is maybe the URL will be slightly different. It'll say DoorDash, but with a 0 instead of an O or something just really minute. And they'll tell you to log in so you can update your account, whatever that means. But what's really going to happen is you're going to type in all your login information and it's going to go to a scammer because it's not actually DoorDash. So what they do is they log into the account if you've given them the information, and then they change your banking details to their own bank. So if you don't catch it quick enough, if you have, DoorDash pays us weekly if you don't have the Dasher Direct. If you don't catch it quick enough, all of that money you made the whole week is going probably just some douchebag who has nothing better to do with their life in the USA. And they'll possibly steal hundreds of dollars from you. So like I said, I know everybody thinks they're tech savvy and nothing can ever happen to them, but there are a lot of red flags that we can learn from this. And like I said, if I could possibly just save one of you guys from doing this, then I will. Because this is just bullshit, man. If it's really that easy to change your bank account through DoorDash, DoorDash really needs to up their verification process to prevent things like this. So just be careful. If a customer calls you, if you get any fishy phone calls like that right away, I would hang up, no matter if you think it's DoorDash support or not. I would hang up and call support back about something like this. Call them back, the actual support line, so you know you're talking to DoorDash support, and tell them what happened. And chances are they're going to tell you that it wasn't actually them getting a hold of you, and they're probably going to cancel the order, and you might just score a free cookie. They do this with other things besides cookies. I've seen they do it with sauce packets, with salt packets, with really anything where they don't have to spend a lot of money, they don't have to risk a whole lot of money to possibly steal hundreds of dollars from you. It's unfortunate we live in a world where people can just sit on their butts all day, and all they do all day is just sit around and try to figure out the best way to steal your hard-earned money. But that's just what we're living in. So that's going to do it for this video. If you guys learned anything or you think it's just common sense, let me know down in the comments. But that's going to do it. So I'll see you guys next time. Dash on.